All right, my name's Ken Wright, Mayor of the City of Dunwoody, and I have two quick stories I'd like to share, and both are early in the incorporation years. The first story was one that I found quite humorous. It was during the legislative process when we were trying to get legislation passed to allow for a referendum, to allow for the citizens within the community of Dunwoody to vote yes or no whether they wanted to form a city. And at the time I was chairman of Citizens for Dunwoody, which was the group that was spearheading the efforts during the legislation phase in the pre-incorporation phase. And we had one of our hearings at the time with Representative Scott as chairman down under the Gold Dome. And it was a packed room, and this was right at the point where we thought we could get the legislation passed, and there were hundreds of people that showed up for this hearing, and we overheard one of the folks, a bunch of folks came in colored T-shirts against Dunwoody, Dunwoody no, and it looked like a pretty big opposition to us having a referendum, and we overheard a couple of the folks talking with each other before the meeting kicked off, and one of them turned and looked to the other one and asked, how long is this meeting going to last? And the other one turned and answered, said, I don't know, but I know I'm making time and a half. And a couple of us heard that, and we started laughing, and it ended up that the county had bussed in a bunch of county employees to be in opposition to the incorporation effort. So they were on the payroll of the county at the time, and we found that extremely humorous. And it ended up being an 8 or 9 hour legislative hearing. So that was a interesting way to kick off that hearing. The second story of memory was pre-incorporation. The referendum had passed, and now folks were running for their seats, and they had been elected to their positions, but they hadn't been sworn into office. And all during this time, we were trying to put together a budget. I was trying to put together a budget for the city. We had done the budgets pre-incorporation, but this was the first time that we had elected officials. We knew who the players were going to be, so we had to make some big decisions on the budget. So before they got sworn in, we couldn't have any meetings, and once they were sworn in, of course, we have official meetings. So we met at my home on my back porch for about 5 hours till I think it was 3 or 3:30 a.m. Crunching the financial numbers, figuring out how we were going to make the city work financially. So that was a very interesting kickoff to the official cityhood movement, and it was really the kickoff for myself and all of the elected council and elected leaders to really get to know each other on my back porch that long evening before everybody was sworn in.